What up, everybody? Hello, everyone. How are you guys all doing? It is Starseed Mystery School coming at you guys live, and what I'm doing is the part 2 of my full disclosure. And seriously, okay, if you guys have not seen my part 1 of the full disclosure, I just want to give a little bit of a background stating why I'm doing this. And so this Great Awakening map actually came to me a few years ago. I was very well aware of this map a few years ago, but my intuition, my guides, my higher self, source, all of it came through and was like, Jazz, 1221's coming up. It's time to just do a full disclosure, my own full my own full disclosure. And what I have been preparing for really within these past few years is really this time to fully, with full access, full granted permission, 100% to go ahead and share this information. I'm going to go ahead and share it. And so if you guys have not seen my part 1 yet, it is in the description on YouTube. Excuse me, I'm like having little hiccups here. Lots of energy coming through. 1221 portal is literally here, you guys. So seriously, it wouldn't shock me if like weird stuff started happening to me. I started sweating, or I started crying, or like I got sleepy. Literally, a lot of energy is coming through. And so if you are on my YouTube, great job. If you are on my Facebook, I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys funnel on through to my YouTube, search Starseed Mystery School, and I want you guys to go ahead and get active, interact with each other, okay? This is all about learning. This is all about education. This is all about truth. But in this learning and in education and knowledge, what is it? It's school. And what's in school? Students. It's not just one. It's a lot. It's the collective. And through the collective, we raise the vibration. And so by connecting with each other, through the live streams, connecting on the live chats is really important, because then we start to connect the dots. Then we start to see, soul family, and then more starts to come. It's just this spiral of manifestation, the Fibonacci sequence, okay? We are no longer living in a paradigm. We're no longer living in a reality where 1 + 1 = 2. It is now 1 + 1 = 3. Fibonacci sequence. If you don't know that, Google that shit and do your homework, you guys. Because remember, this is Starseed Mystery School. Everything on my channel is all about learning, all about education and the truth, rediscovery of truth, knowing thyself, rediscovering the soul identification of self. Super, super important. Hey, Mike, what is up, soul brother? Hello, Vanessa. Yes, from Central California. Wherever you guys are from, please, let's all connect the grids. Let's all connect. So wherever you guys are located, let's interconnect with each other and shout out where we're all from. Hello, Michael, from beautiful, beautiful Mount Shasta. Thank you for being here, giving us that Mount Shasta root energy. Hello, Tina, from beautiful Southern California. How are you guys? Hello, GB Ali. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness. Super, super awesome. All right, so let's get started, you guys. So if you guys have not already, subscribe, like this video. Very, very important, because here's the thing, you guys. Redistribution to all means contribution. So it's all about us community getting back together, okay? All about sharing this wealth of information that's helped us, because we're going through a lot of this dark collective times in this mass awakening. And I know a lot of these people who are watching this right now are not going through this dark awakening. We've already gone through our spiritual awakening, and now we're going through thus the ascension, and the ebbs and flows of that, the light and dark, the shadow, the dark night of the soul, and things like that. But for us that are not going through those dark nights of the soul, it is really, really, really important to stay grounded during this time, drink lots of water, and still remember to go ahead and spread this message. Why not repost this? Finally share this, you guys. Finally plant those seeds. You want to plant those seeds within your family member. Honestly, me being on these lives, you guys have no idea how like, whoa, this person was watching on Facebook and this person's watching on YouTube. No way. I had no idea they resonated with this. But you have no idea how much you're changing their lives by planting the seeds, okay? It is all about planting the seeds. If this resonates with you, oh, my hand is getting itchy. That means money is coming, y'all. Abundance is flowing. Woo! Oh, I can feel that energy, you guys. Can you guys feel it? How are you guys feeling? Please tell me in the comments below how you guys are feeling. Oh my gosh, literally 1221 is here. It is here, you guys. It is literally here. But with that being said, please tell me where you guys are from. Portland, yes. Ooh, lots of energy. Let's throw lots of light into this grid for Portland, Oregon. Getting a lot of light activated into that landmass, into that plateau, into that grid. Hello, Karen. Hello, Linda. Hello, Kayleen from Vermont. Awesome. Yes, Pennsylvania. Awesome. You guys, one thing I wanted to mention out here before I go ahead and do this dissection, shout out to Mount Shasta. If you feel called in spring, very important. I am calling the Soul Tribe to Mount Shasta. We're going to be doing a spring equinox, a soul family intimate retreat, okay? This is going to be something where all of us soul family are all getting together. So if this calls to you, I know we've got a lot of soul family already. We've got a handful, maybe even two now, of people going to Mount Shasta 2021 for this spring equinox. Super, super, super potent times, you guys. So if you guys want more information about that, please let me know. I would highly recommend direct messaging me. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's see some more of these comments. Yes, absolutely. Shasta, of course. And here's the thing, you guys. This is why Shasta is so important in 2021, because the Great Awakening is here, because it's a mass awakening, the mass collective of raising the vibrational frequency into unity consciousness. It all begins at the root. We need to get to the root level of all of our density, all of the darkness, rebalancing the dark and the light. It starts at the root, right? And so the root chakra of the earth is Mount Shasta. And for me and my spiritual awakening, I'm telling you guys, if you guys have been following me since 2018, you guys know how potent Mount Shasta is. So shout out to the soul family. If you are feeling Mount Shasta, please let me know, and we will get you set up to let you know more information about this very, very intimate and private event held for the specific Starseed Soul family. So very, very awesome. Whew. All right, you guys, if you have any questions at all, anything at all, please put down over here. It is very important, very vital. Any questions that come to mind, come to the consciousness, you ask here or anywhere. You know, ask anywhere you feel safe. This is a safe container for us light workers and starseed to go ahead and use our discernment, do the research and find more information, because remember, this is a mystery school. You are not going to find this on Google. Yes, of course, do your research on timelines and things like that. But the information I'm going to share with you has been censored. And I wouldn't be surprised if it got taken down, but let's not bring that energy up into this, because it's all about the mass awakening. The great solar flash is here. So what that means is all the dark is getting taken down. All right, we are now re-leveling, restructuring the light pyramid. See this pyramid right behind me? This triangle is now going to be redistribution, that 99 and that 1% going down, you guys. So everything all connects. So let's go ahead, take a sip of water. Let's get a little bit of grounding in. Hello, Jerome. Hello, soul family. Thank you all for tuning in. Woo! Let's go ahead and dive into this, yeah? All right. So let's go ahead and share my screen. All right. So, okay, really important, you guys. See, I have two maps here. I've got the Great Awakening, which is like, woof. It is multidimensionality, in your face that I'm going to be dissecting through my perception in the most linear way that I can help human vibration understand this great awakening, this great solar flash that is happening right now. The energies of the solar flash are literally going through our bodies, integrating right now. So again, let's consciously just breathe in our light codes. Let's just open up our chakras right now and be open to the light codes and all the light frequencies that are coming on, that are being blasted onto planet Earth right now. Whew. Can you guys feel that? If you guys feel that, please give me like that blast emoji. When I literally type boom and then it's like, poof, that's literally how it feels. That's literally this great solar flash right here, you guys. All right, so before I go ahead and dive into this great solar flash, this great awakening map, which is like in your face. Okay, remember part 1, if you haven't watched that, description is below. But the part 1, I did this Earth. I talked about this whole part right there. Let's see. Let me see my screen. Let's see how this is looking. All right, perfect. So right here, I remember I was diving into this part, this Earth part, that lower dome of this great solar flash, right? Yes? Okay. Before we go ahead and do this part, I'm going to do this middle part, which very cool surprise happening on this live, you guys. Stay tuned. I've got a really special surprise guest who's coming in live, who's going to help me dissect this. And what not a better way than to get this one special person on. So we're going to have this special live guest come on and talk a little bit about a certain few things on here that I want to dissect. But before we get into that, I want to dive into this right here, okay? So remember, like I said, I have that description of the Great Awakening map on my last part 1 of the full disclosure. So if you need that map, download it. The link is in the description of that first YouTube video, the part 1. All right. But what we're going to do right now is dive into this one. This one is super cool and major, and I think which would help a lot of us ground into what's truly happening. Okay, we see this huge map, right? And it literally is going to take me probably 10 hours to dissect the whole thing from my 20 to 30% of like maybe understanding just parts of it and connecting. But this right here, I think is really great because it's going to help a lot of people, the masses, understand this great solar flash in a more broad way, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and dissect this. So we've got this great solar flash right in the middle, right? This mass ascension. Okay, so here is a timeline. And remember, this is optimal. This is optimal timeline reality that I want to dive in because if this is the optimal timeline, you guys, it is up to human vibration. It is up to the collective to raise the frequency of oneself in order for the collective to rise. Remember, it begins first. It begins at the cellular level first, and then it begins to expand. So as you go through your awakening, as you go through your ascension, it is inevitable that you begin to attract your soul family, your soul tribe, and you begin to do missions with each other. You begin to finally fulfill the things that you are doing. And so with this great solar flash, it's only going to boost and intensify the light of your optimal timeline reality. So it's super important that we dive in, bring our consciousness, our present now moment, especially in this great solar flash where intense energy is coming through. Is like, how are you preparing for this great solar flash is what I said today, right? And if you're on this, this is a great way to prepare because you're preparing yourself for your future in planting more seeds for people. What I'm doing is I'm planting seeds based on my own experiences. So as you're going through your own experiences, you will begin to plant seeds. It's just inevitable. It is part of the mission. And so now let's go ahead and dissect this a little bit. So let's see. We've got the optimal timeline reality right here, yes? And so let's all begin at ground level. Remember, everything begins at the root. Mama Shasta. If Mama Shasta is calling you, you need to go to her. If you are one of, these light worker starseeds ascended people who need to get the medicine of Mount Shasta. You guys need to go. If you need any recommendations of where to go and all that stuff, literally, I'm your gal. Like Mount Shasta, total emissary for her. You know, I got her back. But anyways, okay, so back here. Back to this ground level, we see here start eating high vibe diet, escape the matrix, maintain meditation practice. Okay, it's split up into 3 divisions here. All right, and so let's look at this as we go up, as we ascend. Let's look at this ascension timeline right here. So most of humanity, mass collective right now, see suffering, okay, is suffering. So that 2018, 2020, that whole division. All right. So I'm looking right here at the ascension of these timelines. Okay. As we go up. Okay. As we go up and as we go up. Okay. You guys see that, right? So right here, most of mass humanity is in suffering. If you are, most of humanity is in suffering right now. Okay. At some level, we're suffering. Okay, and then you see the transition to the world peace and to the cosmic peace. That is important to just know on its own. Just integrating that information alone of mass suffering on the planet to world peace, but it doesn't stop at world peace. World peace is literally the present moment that we're living, this great solar flash, this mass ascension. It's literally happening right now. Even though mainstream media and stuff like that, like the chaos has to be really crazy before the order can occur. So we are ascending to this world peace, but you guys, it doesn't stop just at the world peace. That is very linear. That is very terrestrial. That is very interplanetary. Okay, we are multidimensional beings right here. Multidimensional. We multidimensionally travel through the cosmos, through time codes, through timelines. You know, we are infinite beings. So not just world peace, which is huge, which is something that this planet for aeons have been needing, have been wanting. That's been the goal, the intention is now here. Literally 1221, this great solar flash is the age of Aquarius. It is the dawn of the age of Aquarius. Like, this is what we've all been talking about. This is literally the next start of the next Atlantis, the next Lemuria, the next ancient Egypt, but better. But not, I don't mean better, but like more intense, more light, more. You guys, you have to understand, especially the people who are watching this. You guys know this. This is just confirmation. This is just affirmation for you to go ahead and plant those seeds. Is, you know, the beings here on this planet, you guys have signed up for this. This was like a waiting list to get here. This was a waiting list to even experience dimensional Earth right now in a human form, in a human vessel on this great solar flash. Because guess what? Each human vessel has a very important, specific mission that only one can fulfill. Because remember, the heart generator, one soul identification. You have one soul. You have a specific mission. And so just think about that. You're finally here on this planet. And then the great solar flash occurs and you're watching this video and boom, the mass ascension happens. And so let's go ahead and ascend from suffering to world peace. And then it goes to the cosmic peace. Okay. Earth has been kind of like Hollywood in a way, in a sense, or like the Netflix of TV shows. It's like the epicenter. It's the Colosseum of the galaxies right now, especially right now, because we're going to dive into it. But like human slave trade, the commodity of adrenochrome, the commodity of the God frequency that human vibration holds within the DNA. And as we go into this 5D, that crystalline DNA, that God frequency begins to activate even more and more. And then the lights begin to turn on, and then the chakras begin to turn on, and more chakras begin to turn on. And then we have these children on the earth begin to come online to their senses of teleportation, of oh my gosh, like so many different things that we can do, you know, telepathic communication, bilocation, teleportation, all of these different psychic abilities that we're able to physically do because we are infinite beings. But now as this great solar flash, this poof has come, it has allowed for mass consciousness, all of humanity to wake up to their greatness. But it depends on that soul identification, depending on that soul, if that soul is ready to mass ascend. All right. So, all right, let's see. We went to go ahead and we started at the bottom. Start eating this high vibe diet, escape the matrix, maintain meditation practice. And here's the thing, you guys, as you go through this awakening, let's start to think of things in threes. 3, triangle. The triangle is the most powerful shape in the universe. So as we begin to ascend, when you begin to ascend, it becomes not just change, it becomes transformation. So as you transform, let's practice, let's think of things in triangles, in a strong, solid foundation. So this trio we have here is eating a high vibe diet, is escaping the matrix, is maintaining a meditation practice. So let's see, body, mind, soul, right? Even that is the trifecta, the Holy Trinity. So right now at the bottom, for the optimal timeline of reality for human vibration, there's 3 things at the very bottom. The strongest foundation that we need to have right now is starting to eat a high vibe diet, is escaping the matrix. Begin to awaken. You have to begin to use your discernment, but also take the action to see the research, do the research, see where the universe is taking you. I'm going to be talking about synchronicity and things like that, because as you begin to awaken, you begin to escape the matrix. These synchronicities are glitches within that matrix that you have been placed in since you were born. All right. Also, super, super important is maintaining this meditation practice. It is so solid and so key. Okay, because if we think of ourselves as a computer, which we are, we have so many programs that we have came into this life already. You know, as a Catholic school, or not Catholic school, but a Catholic raised woman, I was taught, you know, the religion of like the sin, the original sin. You know, we're already born with sin. You know, and so it's all about just escaping that matrix and getting rid of those dark programs, those viruses, right? And how we do that is through meditation. Because in meditation, it's not about just clearing your mind, folks, y'all. It's about going into the heart center, okay? Activating that light, opening up all your energy chakras, energy centers, your transformation lights, because that's where intelligence comes in. That's where we begin to ascend. That's when the infinite being comes, the light activation, the light codes, all of these words is intelligence, is us ascending into our higher selves, right? So that's right here at the bottom. And so let's see. Let's check this out. Times and events speed up. Timelines merge and split. That's totally what's been happening. The collective of all 2020, we've seen such a split. And even for me, you know, like being in my own little reality, not really in society, but even in the spiritual community, you guys, whoa. Major imbalance in the spiritual community, and it really made me realize, whoa, yeah, we're not resonating. Block, 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 block. It literally is like the Civil War back in the day when brothers were fighting each other on the other sides based on their own views. But again, it's not just about political views. We are this planet is at warfare. We are in a spiritual warfare that we, the physical eye, cannot see because we've been programmed. We've been programmed to only see the illusion of the 3D, of this matrix. So it's about escaping this matrix, okay? Remember, you guys, I've had this information for years and years, but I've been online to this, but it hasn't been the time. Right now is not the time. Disclose a little bit at a time. But now as the great solar flash and the mass ascension has occurred, it's like, woof, just lay it all out, son. Lay that shit all out, boy. All right, so let me have a little bit of water. Oof, all right. Whew. And so, okay, I talked a little bit right here about what's happening. Yes, the 2018 to the 2020. I mean, we see it more that in this 2020 time mark, at least for me, and I think especially for a lot. But let's dive into, escaping the matrix right here. Let's look at this. The sun charges up to release flashes, the great awakening, unlearning. See, that's the thing, guys. Okay, so like I've been saying, we've been programmed our whole life. Like being a human vibration is actually a manipulation of DNA, of extraterrestrials, of a dark force entity that wanted to take the God frequency but hasn't been able to do that yet. Okay, they tried so hard, but they haven't. They haven't been able to figure it out. So what they've done is they've done human vibration down. Oh, what? Who am I? Oh, I'm just a human body and I'm going to live until 100 and then that's it. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It's on learning all of that and doing your own research. And remember, Starseed Mystery School. This is a school on spirituality. This is a mystery school, mystery teachings that you're not going to hear on Google. All right. And here's the thing, y'all. Earth, planet Earth, is a university in the universe. Okay. Think about this. Words have frequency, have origin and meaning. The universe and university. Okay. Earth is a university for spiritual evolution. So here, subscribing to this channel, you're going to learn a lot about what's going on, past, present, and future, but not just that. That's like the complementary. But the primary point of resonating with this channel is the rediscovery of thyself, the rediscovery of your soul identification. And the way that you do that, this DNA full activation, the way you rediscover yourself, the way you get this full DNA full activation is by following the seeds, planting the seeds, going ahead and following, going down these rabbit holes, understanding, following the truth. Your heart, this heart generator, will take you to the truth. And this great solar flash is only just going to just open up the heart even more and more. But I'm telling you guys, chaos before order. So everything sounds great and dandy, right? Mass ascension, light, light, light. But the dark needs to arise to the surface before any light can fully come through and integrate. Because it is the integration of the light frequencies coming down into the physical level, to the physical body, the physical planet. It takes the density, the dark to come out, and then the light to integrate, to fully come through on the physical level, to the DNA, to the atom. All right. Really, really important stuff here. And so let's see. I don't want to get a little too much into this stuff because this is just like barely like just an overview, like a broad, just like of what's happening in this great awakening, right? And so let's dive into this a little bit more. All right. So we've got this global meditation. Really, really, really important, you guys. Really important. This live stream. If you were to get anything out of this live stream, it is to do global meditation with all of us on this planet. I mean, that's literally like service work. Like the least we can do is meditate with humanity. All right. I'll go at the very end. If someone reminds me, if my brain allows, I will go ahead and share a little bit of my own meditation tricks, tips and tricks for going onto this journey for so many years and being able to help people understand and have a better grounding and explanation for why it's important to have meditation in the life, why it's important to implement this into your life, And so before I go ahead and bring my special guest on, let's go ahead and do this a little bit. Talk about this shift to the 5D consciousness. AI, artificial intelligence wiped out, full disclosure, which is exactly what's happening right now. Honestly, like this great solar flash is going to happen for 10 years. Like it's just going to, that energy is just going to stay like woof, 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 woof. And so what we're going to be talking about also in this Great Awakening map with my special guest is a lot of this, what's happening. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, you guys, I'm going to put this description for this download of this image into my YouTube link. But what I'm going to go ahead and do now, let's see, stop the screen, is bring in my special guest. Let's check on the comments. Let's see. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Linda, yes, boom, boom, girl. That's my boom, boom emoji. Hello, Michael. Yes, I needed air. You wake up and feel like you're somewhere else. Time travel. Yep. The synchronicities are the glitches. Totally. Absolutely. That's a very, very strong one. Strong download right there. We totally did jump timelines, you guys. Like it's happening. I feel like I've been hopping timelines like all day. Actually, this past week, really. I feel like we did. I even had a glitch in my computer. Oh, yep, could be. Yep. Hello, Cassie. Anyone else watch The Matrix this weekend and believe we really are in The Matrix? Absolutely, guys. If you haven't seen Desi Kadra and Andrew Weston and Jerome Headley, watch that YouTube on Bridging the Realm. They went ahead and they dissected The Matrix. So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and bring on the special guest. Coming in live is Andrew Weston. How are you?
Hola, buenas noches. Hi again, Jasmine. How are you?
Great. Let me go ahead and put on my my headphones. I think that will be best for me. How is it over there?
It's good. It's got a bit of frost tip, but other than that, it's not bad. You know, we got Popanista volcanoes through connections. I set up tunnel defense recognition lights, everything through connection. Now, because we're going live through live systems, the Great Awakening through the solstice level system is connected to the plotting level division location systems, which means that 12:00 a.m. Mexico time, the solar flare is going to come in. So basically, I'm going to be doing this live, and everybody has to be prepared because I've got confirmations from Father, I got confirmations from Mother, and I got confirmations from all intelligence. So I want everybody to relax. I want everybody to take lots and lots of water, because what I'm going to do is going to transfer everybody's ground formations into the 84 systems to the higher self locations, to the chakras of their 7 location point centers. That's going to open up everything through their telos, communication waving cycles, everything through Tarragon, everything through the Pleiadians, everything through the Lyrians, the Syrians, Atlantis, and Lemuria. All connection systems are set up to all division level systems of yin and yang. Point to level system to its location system, 0.000.000.000.000.000. Vector unit system location centers open up humanity's system, traction location divisions, set core systems to universal location centers, activate everything through the network location systems. All location centers are into the Draco locations, dissect the map location to alignment location, destroy everything through the Draco division level system to its alignment connection systems.
Wow, very powerful. And that right there is healing, you guys. When you are at a God frequency level, you speak your voice and grid patterns and healing occurs.
Yep. So wow. It's done. So basically, that's going to set for another 9 to 10 days. January 1st, it will be finished, and everybody will be in the ground formation system. And then they have to go into the healing connection systems of Mother Earth, 2 division levels. They get into the 3 section location systems, coming into the atmospheres of the very first time through the higher self connection system.
Woo! Wow, very powerful, you guys. If you guys need a little bit of a dissection and a little bit of an interpretation, what he just said.
I set the code because I live in space and because I don't have any on time zones, but 12 a.m. Mexican time, which is going to be tonight. Mm-hmm. Everybody is going to wake up through the solar flare division.
Ooh, that's in 2 hours. That is in 2 hours, you guys. So buckle up.
So it's the energy wavings. Basically, it's dissecting your virus to your computer through your mind collaboration dream set locations. That's activating everything through light signals and channeling everything through operation centers. That's putting into your connections of your 7 chakra location centers. And it's putting in all locations of your ground formations through your powers and everything through your planet location.
Wow. So what that means for all humanity is that they're having more full communication with their higher self and their chakras, their energy systems.
Mm-hmm. So be prepared, guys. It's going to happen.
A lot of light coming through. A lot of light. So I'm curious, Andrew, like what about the people who are more dominant dark than light? How are they going to be experiencing this?
Where they're going to go on waving cycle rotations back into the karma division, and they're going to go into the receptacle levels of eye location systems, to their chakra systems, into dark formations of headaches.
Oh, so it's going to be a little bit much, or not little, but much harder of a transition.
Yeah, because they can't live the negative system, and the virus connection system to the earth rotation has to go on its location. As of tomorrow, when I go into the school, I'm going to go into the center core position, but I have to have all intelligence. It's how to set up the operation centers to intelligence. So it's using the energy waving cycles through activation system, using your hand formations through transformation lights, and everything through connection. And you port division level systems, the operation center, to its automatic waving system, to its teleportation. So
interesting. That's awesome. I have a feeling a lot of more people are going to be joining our school. They're going to be coming more online to this.
Yeah, and we're going to be coming into a great, great new year of 2021.
Totally. I definitely agree. If you guys agree with that, please do that boom emoji. That's totally my favorite. So, Andrew, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up the map. Let me know if you can see it. But what I would like for you to dissect really were three main parts. But let's start with the Secret Space program, because for me personally, the reason why I wanted to bring you on is because I have a little bit of knowledge, but not too much on this, but I feel like it's really important to go ahead and dissect.
Yeah, it's all about understanding how to understand perceptions of Draco's and what they see through their DNA, right? So I destroy their DNA patterns through their maps. Their alliance through their archive division is totally destroyed now.
Awesome. That's amazing. And it's important, yes, you said, to see from their perception.
Yeah, you have to see from their perception, from their intelligence signals, or you can't read the map to his location. Has anybody seen Contact with Jodie Foster? How they were dissecting that and they didn't know what it was. Is it a machine? Is it a teleportation device? Is it a transformation light signal? Is it connections to the energy system, to planet locations, right? Well, it's all about understanding how to communicate with the line signals through shapes and anomalies, through the metric locations of acceleration.
Right.
Right. So it's all putting things together, and that's how you dissect the map location to the constellation path.
Right. And for me, and that's why I resonate so much with your school specifically, is because I'm not only into spirituality, but I want to connect the more. It's more than just what I'm seeing of spirituality. It's more than the spiritual system. And that's what you teach. It goes beyond.
Yep. So, it goes way, way beyond the mind system. Yeah.
Right. Let's go ahead and share screen. And lots of us.
Okay.
All right. Do you see this?
Yep. I see it.
All right. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the Secret Space program right here.
Okay.
So go ahead, Andrew. Where do you want to start?
Okay. The Secret Space program is set division levels of 12 central locations. That's center course positions. Now, when I communicate through perception, I see everything through anomaly, through acceleration. So the acting cycle through its connection right now. So I'm not connecting to the Dracos because I destroyed their map alliance. So the space program setting is in connections of light interference. So it's got full rotation systems right now to algorithm patterns through its Earth of its interface connection. It connects to all location systems. What is the other planet location? That's extremely, what is that side? Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 location centers, everything through position of point center division. The Great Awakening to its connection is going to solar flare everybody's human locations of its mind collaboration centers. So that's how I read the map location. So it's dissecting every connection through alignment, right, through a planet location. Right. So it centers positions into your metric locations through acceleration.
Oh, I see. So that's what you're saying. So you're talking about how everything is connecting, like how it has that line.
When I read the map, I see it through the Draco DNA.
Yes, right. But you've destroyed it. It's no longer.
I don't see it as a 3D. I don't see it as a 3D. So that's where it's complicated.
Okay, so I have a question then. Let me ask you some questions. So right here, where it's talking about this global galactic League of Nations, can you describe Maybe that's right
Can
here.
you blow it up a bit, because it's
Yes.
very small.
How's
Where is
that?
that? Global.
How's
Okay,
that?
Global Galactic League of Nations. Okay, the Global Galactic League of Nations is basically it's a secret covenant planet location. So it's a cult division to its divisional system. It has light and dark interference to connection of Illuminati. So it center points divisions into the corporations that govern locations of the 1% of its diamond core, and everything through position when it comes into the pyramid occupation, to the center core position of history, to its ancestry level division of reptilian division. That's what the Global Galactic League of Nations is.
So this is dark right
It's
here.
extremely dark, yeah.
So this all right here is the whole is very dark. This is a dark
The
timeline.
secret space program is the center position of dark rotations. It's the planet location on the mystical side, what's connected to its ancestry of its history, right? This map,
Got it.
this map, okay, goes way back to the Big Bang Theory.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
And
because
so
it was made before the Big Bang Theory.
wow.
Yeah.
So now that we've gotten to the circle of the secret space program, which I don't feel like we need to dissect too much into that timeline, but what's interesting is that at the very top, which really always brought my attention, was this right here. I'm going to bring it up for you.
Okay.
Where it says humans are one of the most valuable commodities across the galaxy, off-planet human slave trade. See that?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Generation cells of heat pods through connections to galactic force connections when it comes to the energy core division, when it comes into the trogs, reptoids, the grays, and the reptoids. They transformation light systems, and they change the energy pod division level system. So the off-planet human slave trade is its connection when it comes into the vaccine locations. So it's centered positions into 2020. That's what it means.
Oh, I see. And it's interesting too, because it's so close right here.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. See, everything is set in position, but when I read it through the DNA of a Drakian through its scale location.
Right. Okay, so here's what's interesting too to me, Andrew, is that right close to it, see how it's the connection, the secret space program, the Dark Fleet, the Draco Reptilian Alliance. Can you dissect that a little bit? Tell people more about
I got to stay through perception, through division here.
Yeah. See that?
Okay, the Draco and the Reptilian Alliance is its connection through its ancestry. It landformates everything through connection of planets to its location of dimensions. It center points division level systems, and it changes its alignments. And that's where the spine locations come in through the dream set locations. So you have to understand what a map is. It's a map history of humanity coming to formation through the Big Bang Theory to the center position, and how it comes into formation of the Earth rotation. That's the Draco and Reptilian Alliance.
Right. And what is this Orion Syndicate?
Where is that?
You see that right there?
Oh yeah, the Orion Syndicate. That's basically that's the meditation path to connections of humans and everything through coloration patterns. The Orion division is connected to Andromeda. Andromeda is a location planet that ring surfaces everything through the galaxies and everything through universal mystical alliance communication through formations of XT-1000s, its sun interface to its setting, to its moon algorithm program setting.
Okay, so what I'm really starting to notice, especially that you're talking and you're dissecting the timeline based on the Drakian perception, is that the more that we get,
it's very powerful, and this is understanding. This map is set up for humanity.
Very, very powerful. That alone,
and its history, and its other planets, because they try to dissect other planets. Okay, so because the Earth rotation is extremely powerful, and because the center position of 7 billion people are in this center position, they can do these things through its vaccine to its connection. But the light formation is coming in right now, and it's destroying everything. You have to understand how to communicate through DNA of intelligence of their tracheas.
So that's what we're coming into, especially as ones begin to ascend. So with this great solar flash, Andrew, and we go more to the right, okay? Well, I'm starting to see more of this light, the light come through.
Yeah.
Right here. So before we go ahead and dive into that, let's talk a bit about Mars, because I know a lot of humanity wants to know about what's going on with Mars and why is it such a hot topic on,
Well, it's a hot
society
topic
right now.
because basically the humans and the scientific view, they want to colonize the planet. Okay, they want to centralize the system so they can communicate and set up new programs of algorithm systems to the moon interface.
Ooh, see, and right when you said that, the Mars, if you can see, the slave colony is connected to the moon. Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's there, but there should be the Black Project. It should be there. It should be on top of the Galactic Nation.
Ooh.
The Black Project. It should be there.
It's got to be somewhere on here.
It's there. I saw it. Anyway, I see it through perception through map. Black Project is understanding how to set humans to a location to dark matter. So it's center points position level system. You have to understand that the Drakios have everything set up for humanity. Okay? But the light interference is too strong, it's too powerful through connection. Right?
Right.
So understanding that when humanity comes back through its awakening, it destroys everything through its mechanism system of the Drakios and its alliance. So it's all about humanity understanding the vibrational system through the body system of their 7 chakras and their 5 of their atmosphere systems.
Oof. Yeah, and waking up to all of that infinite wisdom.
Let's see, the grand experiment. The grand experiment is the guinea pigs when it comes to human locations through the energy pods, through line division, to recell generation systems. The allocated positions is opening up everything through their body chemical system. The transformation systems to its particle system is changing structure divisions of galaxy locations. So the Drakios were setting up human locations to their guinea pigs and everything through the acting cycles. And they want to keep them into the ground formations of its pyramid activation system. That's what the ground experiment is.
And so are these right here, these genetic manipulations, are they on planet Earth right now?
Where's that?
Right, you're talking about the grand experiment,
Yeah, the grand experiment. Yeah. It's all about experiencing. It's all about.
Are they on planet Earth right now?
It's all about reunification, and what the Drakios can do to the humans, right?
Right.
So they're trying to get this vaccine rollout because basically you have to understand. All of a sudden, there's a vaccine rollout and it hasn't even been tested through human trials. That's kind of funny, guys. Think about it. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of, it makes my nerves rack for some people
exactly what it is.
With no discernment.
Right. So the solar flare is going to wake up the vibration of the Earth, okay? And everybody's dream sets are going to open up its dimension to its ether.
Very, very powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful, especially when you come out of your energy pods, because we all come into star lights, right? Star energies and star seed pods, and everything through starlight division systems, right? And then we get into mystical side locations. Now, basically, I'm just going through right now. We got through Mars. Let's see.
Right here, the Galactic Federation.
Is a connection when it comes to light interference through sun rotation system. That's the allocated positions where XT1000s were born to its division.
Wait, where are you at right now? I don't see. Where are you at?
Sidonia on the right side of where Mars is.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the right side. Oh, yes.
Right above.
Okay. So the Sidonia is what again? XT1000s?
Yeah, it's an XT. It's the birthing system of the XT1000 locations to metal faces and everything through alliance. It's a formation through its alliance and everything through the galactic force to its connection.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, okay. Very close to moon too. So, Andrew, this Galactic Federation, for people who don't even have a clue what that is, can you please describe the Galactic Federation of Light?
The Galactic Federation of Light has its birthing system of lights. It's understanding everything through the Pleiadians. They set up locations of grounds to the Earth. They make sure the energy fields are on coolant location systems. Everything through the Lemurians are the emotional system. They track the locations and they put moon interface connections to your body systems. That's how we go into emotions, right? Through its effect and everything through human DNA, through structured locations. Everything through Atlantis is its physical system. That's where it comes into the masculinity, right? So every planet has its position. The Galactic Federation of Light is the energy core of its position. It centers everything through its relation to humanity's system. That's what the Great Awakening is. It's waking up everybody's dream to its connection.
Yes. Ooh, that's super powerful.
Yeah.
Everything that you were just stating.
But I'm glad you brought me on, because not only I did it live, but everybody is going to see themselves so different. The perception in their mind is going to be so powerful at 12:00 a.m. Mexican time. That's why I'm in Mexico. I can't do it in Canada because it's on a cold front. And because I'm in Mexico, I'm connected to everything through a line when it comes into Area 51 and Chernobyl, right?
Talk
So
a little bit about
understanding
that.
how to activate pyramids, how to recognize the laser recognition systems, right? How to set point divisions of tunnels to interference connections when it comes in the hieroglyphics of the Egypts, right? So we get all intelligence in the core center of the earth.
Wow.
It's powerful, powerful stuff. And that's the Great Awakening.
Right. And see, my whole reaction is really like, I'm sure the whole audience and people who are watching just like, wow.
Yeah.
So much is
Once you
happening.
dissect something through DNA of their Drakios, then you really truly understand from the beginning how this is all planned, right? Through the governments, corporations, and the media.
Right.
Right?
And that's why it's called the Great Awakening map.
Yeah.
Because we are all awakening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, let's check out some of these comments here. Let's see. So, Linda, wasn't the time supposed to be 10:22 Pacific time tomorrow? Is that AM or PM, Linda, that you're wondering? I'm Mountain, and it's going to be 9 p.m. here. Yep, I'm Mountain too, Mike. Yes, whoa. Yeah, 2 hours from Galactica. Yep. Well, you guys, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to go ahead and comment. But Andrew, thank you so much for being on this live and dissecting that part for me. And I really look forward to, you're going to go live, right? You said on midnight?
No, it's already done. I'm going to go tomorrow morning in class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I just had to set it live through communication through Mexico to time frequency levels 2. It's mechanisms of humanity system coming into tractions of 5-dimensional system. So the alignments are set up. So as of 12 a.m. Mexican time, now where everybody is in different time zones, they're going to feel the effect right away.
So it'd be 11 my time, 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific.
Mm-hmm. It's going to change the calibrations to everybody's mind system like a Christmas tree, like I said. So.
Oh, so be prepared.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely look forward to it, Andrew, and thank you so much for hopping on and doing that for me.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm very happy that I could dissect the map location through the Drakeo through the Great Awakening.
Yes, it's all about sharing truth, right? No matter.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Sharing the truth and freedom, and how everybody can, have its abundance and its surrender to everything through connection. So.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. And I will go ahead and I will see you on our school tomorrow. So if anyone would like to join, anyone can hop on in the morning, go to Unified Ascension on YouTube and catch us in class, because lots of great information and stuff. Yeah,
it's going to get more exciting too. A lot more things are coming up too. So this is just the beginning. So.
Yes. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say?
The Earth rotation is restructuring right now to 5-dimensional system of alignments to a new solar system.
So what does that mean?
Well, it just means that everybody through traction locations is coming into the mind collaborations of their illuminations of their chakras. So it's center point positions and bringing it up to higher level connection to its mainframe.
Wow, complete upgrade.
The digital system, because I was connecting through Vega, right? Vega is the digital frame. So it's connecting to everything through Tarragon and Telos and Terahedron and all that connection system, right? To Narconius and everything to all those levels of planet locations. So it sets positions. And like I said, tomorrow morning, the Earth rotation is going to go on the other side of the location of the solar systems. So I have to set up new alignments. Right?
Yeah.
So, but other than that, just be prepared. That's all. All I'm saying is going to happen Mexican time. Where everybody is, it's going to affect everything. It's going to change everything. It's going to structure different things to everything. So just be prepared. All right.
prepare yourself in the
And
way
drink
that you
lots and
feel.
lots and lots of water.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Centralize your systems and detox everything through your fumings or anything through the gregariations. Gregariation is a connection through your fumings and its location to your chakra locations. You want to keep your breathing systems into connection when it comes into formations of your mainframes. So
yes. Wow. Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate it.
thank you, Jasmine.
And I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Okay.
All
Bye,
righty.
everybody. Adios.
Bye. Oh, that was awesome, you guys. Ooh, thank you so much, Andrew, for popping on. That was great. And so, you guys, did you guys understand any of that? Because for me, I definitely understand it. My body and my mind and my soul understands it, but it takes a second for me to integrate, all of that stuff, but everything's integrating. And that really put a lot of stuff into perspective for me, right? Because here's the thing. Let's go ahead and hop back on to, let's see, this map right here. Okay, really interesting about this map, you guys, is that it truly is a timeline. And when I was looking at this earth, right, and I was just getting queasy, just like everything over here was so dark, and like the left-hand side was just so dark, and it's like, oh, I don't like talking about that. And my part one was mostly about this dark stuff. But here's the thing is that like literally our whole lives, all of humanity, which Andrew just confirmed, our whole planet has been manipulated, has been programmed, has been actually DNA manipulated. Like think about, like actually like DNA manipulating inside of a science lab and trying to alter the DNA, trying to create and extract this God frequency that all of us hold. And that God frequency, you guys, is the soul identification within this heart. So very interesting that he's pointing this out, that this is all this Great Awakening map. This is for humanity, right? This was made right around, the Big Bang theory, the big, not even theory, but the Big Bang, when the galaxy was first created, right? And so this is so important because here's the thing, as we go more and more onto this timeline with mass ascension, you are going to be seeing this map more and more because so much truth is going to be coming out of all of this. And you guys, like I said, this would be a 10-hour live if I decided to just dissect all of this. And here's the thing is like energy comes through and, I have to be able to just grab myself, let everything integrate. So with this Great Awakening map, I'm going to let myself integrate all of this happening. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this center point right here in the Great Awakening map, right here with this great solar flash. I'll get a little bit into that. But before I do, I actually really was open and channeling a lot of great stuff on this map, which I personally think, because this for me alone is a lot. It's just like, woof, like this is just like all the galaxies and the timelines, past, present, future in one picture. And so it's just so much energy and it's so intense, it literally makes my eyes water. And so I want to go ahead, since Andrew went ahead and dissected a great amount of that, I want to go and dissect this because I feel a lot of humanity has to go through this little bit of a broad and more condensed map for us to understand, for us to integrate, right? So let's go ahead and look into this. Remember, if you have any questions at all, please go into the comments and I'll be able to see them. I'm going to go ahead and check that. Let's see. All right, so I'll be able to see your comments now. Where can you find the second map? All right, the second map, I will actually go ahead and just put that in the description right now, y'all. So let's see this. I want you guys to be prepared and be able to see this with me. So what I do is I go to the greatawakeningmap.co there's downloads, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up this one. This one's amazing. So I'm going to copy this. Up here. All right, GB. I went ahead and I put it in the description. So you might have to go ahead and refresh this and go ahead and go to the YouTube. I know if you guys are on my Facebook, go to my YouTube, go look at the description on this live, and you can go ahead and download this map that I'm about to share with you guys, right? Lots and lots of integration. Yes, anytime. Anytime. I'm glad. Let's see. Does Andrew have a YouTube? Mike Chavez, yes, at Unified Ascension. Follow him. Please, Tina or Galactica, can you please put Andrew's information into the comments, please? Thank you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And go ahead and dissect this right here. So it's a lot, right? It's hard to put something so multidimensional into a linear timeline, but this is great. So let's always, for me, how I always bring my attention back into this is like, okay, here's the great solar flash. I come back to the center, just like with everything, with energy, consciousness, come back to center, right? And then ground, to get back to the ground formation. So then I see the great solar flash, I see the mass ascension. Right here is really important. See the timeline. We are, okay, we passed that. We passed 2018, 2020. We are literally right here. We are right in this. So because we are right in this, I want to focus on that. So if you guys can see my my mouse, can you guys see my mouse in the box that I'm making with my mouse? Can you see that, like blue points? If you see the blue points on my map, please tell me in my comments. That way I can know if you guys can see the box that I'm creating, because it's important that I see that I have the cursor showing you guys, but I want to be able to know if you guys can see. Oh yeah, I see it. All right, you guys can see it. Perfect. Hey, Sarah, thank you for coming in, sis. So I am going ahead and I'm dissecting this optimal timeline reality that we're already currently living. So right here is the great solar flash. We got into the bottom, and now we're here at this optimal timeline of we passed this 2018, 2020. Now we're going into this 2021, right? And there's 2020, 2030. But let's talk about this right here, these three tiers. Okay, dimensional veil thins, manifestation accelerates. Oof, that's important, okay? The veils being thin. Let's think about that. Let's dissect that, and let's think about that perception for a second. The veils being thin. Okay, the draconians, this whole dark entity forces, this reptilian elite that has been taken over this planet for so long, have created these veils into different dimensions, into being able to teleport and to communicate into higher dimensional realms, and being able to access our infinite knowledge and our infinite being that we are, right? So what that allows is, if there is a density, if there's a dimensional veil, meaning there's like a barrier, the manifestation it's harder for manifestation to come through, to seep through. But as the dimensional veil thins, manifestation accelerates. And this is important, light workers. Important stuff right here, you understand? Because as the dimensional veil thins, manifestation accelerates, meaning what you think, what you say, what you do, your frequency, your vibration, your energy, all of that together simultaneously is what you create, is what is your manifestation. We are always manifesting, but because the veils are getting thin, the manifestation only gets stronger. So it's really important that I asked Andrew, I said, so Andrew, what about these people who are predominantly dark? Because here's the thing, is every soul Here's the thing, start scanning your perception, using your eye perceptions, start using your psychic abilities because you have them. If this resonates with you, if this message that I'm about to say resonates with you, that means you need to practice, okay? Practice scanning humans around you. When you go around and you see people, see if you can scan their amount of dark and their amount of light. It's always a percentage, okay? Like 100% light is like a God frequency, right? But someone who's not awakened may be predominantly dark, of course, because the light's not turned on. Of course, of course they're dark because their lights isn't turned on. So here's the thing, Starseed Lightworker. If you feel resonated to do this, I highly recommend when you go out into your reality, you scan human vibration, light and dark, mostly dark, predominantly dark. Ooh, that's dark. Oh, that's predominantly light. Ooh, those lights, transformation lights are on. You know, when you're aware of those realities, those people popping up, remember, those are mirrors of you, okay? And that's when the awakening occurs, when we become aware of our reality and we begin to shift, we begin to change. But we are coming into a time of not a change, but of transformation. So it's really important that the manifestation, you understand manifestation accelerates, because as we go into 2020 to 2030, that whole decade, you know, it's a lot, but there's going to be so much manifestation occurring like that, more than ever before. You know how we were programmed to think it would take years and years and years to buy a house. Well, guess what? It's going to be like that to buy like hundreds and thousands of acres of land. You think I'm playing? That's multidimensionality. That's quantum talk. That's timeline. The more that you begin to uprise, the more that the transformation light signals are in confirmation and full communication. Like with me, for instance, my transformation lights, my light codes, I don't stop. I just channel. It just comes through. The more that things come through is just truth. The more I stutter, that's when ego's coming through. That's when density's coming through. That's when you begin to think. But when you're channeling, it's just source coming through. It's just my body is just a vessel for truth to come out, right? And so anyways, back to this manifestation accelerates. Very, 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 very important to understand that what we are thinking, how we are feeling, and the actions we are doing is creating the manifestation. So for me, I mean, like, my whole world has been rock since 2020, y'all. But I've been putting in the work, man. My energy, my frequency, I'm working on, but I've been putting in the work, and the manifestation is just like boom. And then, you know, Saint Germain comes to me and he's like, okay, now you have to talk about quantum economic integration. What? Like, I didn't go to school for this. Like, I didn't need to go to school. It's the university. It's the spiritual evolution, the mystery school that I create, you know, and within myself, within the heart, within opening up to my transformation lights. And, you know, Saint Germain said, you have to talk about the quantum economic integration. Well, all right, let's do it. And then boom, manifestation occurs. And then 10, 20, 30, 40,000 within like what? How many weeks that I've just been like, so much is occurring right now. So much abundance, right? So let's manifest abundance into our life. And so the more that I am mastering my energy, the more that I'm sharing my message, the more abundance comes through to me. And so if you guys like, you know, what I specialize in my spirituality and my healing is helping people better understand their relationship with money, understanding abundance, everything coming into fruition through the mastery of your energy. And so it's really important that everyone hears about this, how manifestation can accelerate. And it's truly important that we get that ground security, you know, the financial security, because in order for us to fulfill the missions, we need means of exchange. We need means of having land, having sustainable everything, being able to provide for ourselves. Everything begins at the root level. So manifesting, so important. If you would like help, please contact me. You know, I've got lots of offerings, but really cool, really cool. Here, let's go into this. We've got Space Force reveals existence of secret space programs in ET. Duh, of course. Q and Alliance defeats Deep State Cabal Illuminati. Duh, of course. That's totally in the timelines. But we are rising. We are in that timeline already. And that's why it's so important that we're talking about this, is because this is what's happening right now, y'all. We've got the Q Alliance defeating, right? But it's like the times and the speed is speeding up. The timelines are merging and splitting. Like Karen and Linda, you guys understand, like it happens simultaneously. Like I think I probably hop timelines probably 10 times within a car ride. Like it's happening, you guys. Like Ascension is full blown happening. Like for people who are really have been putting in the work, when I mean putting in the work, it just means getting rid of the density and letting the light come in, right? It's crazy shit happens, and I'd love to hear your crazy shit that happened. Like comment below. Like I want to hear your crazy stuff that's been happening with your ascension, because it's super fucking cool. Like when you begin to ascend into like a human, like a superhuman, infinite human being, whew, that shit is fun. And that's why it's so cool talking to Andrew. Like I'm interviewing him, but then when you get to hear like his life story and like what he can see and all of this cool stuff, it's like, whoa, bro, I can't wait to get to that. Super, super cool stuff. So let's see what this is. Samvartaka fire. Yuga fire. Ooh, the Kali Yuga. Okay, so we know about like the Yuga cycle, okay? Every 26,000 years, there's another golden age, another peak of a golden age. And so this 1221 we know is the dawn of the golden age, okay? This is the Yuga fire, okay? So global meditation determines strength of solar flashes. Whoa. That was huge download coming through to me, you guys. I need to hold my selenite. Ooh, this is a big boy. This is a big boy. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's hard to see, Mike. All right, let me zoom in a little bit. But remember, Mike, go ahead and look at the description. Check out the description. You might need to refresh your page. Check out the description and download this map. That way you can dissect it with me. Okay, remember, you've got that premium, so you can go ahead and watch this and look at your picture at the same time on your phone. So, yeah, but anyways, this is selenite. Whew. Super powerful and grounding, releasing all dense energy. This is an alchemizer for sure. This is totally like my ninja sword. I got this in Shasta. Super important, cool thing, unique, cool fact about me. I get my crystals pretty much only in Mount Shasta. So the only time I buy crystals is actually when I take a trip there. So it's not so often I buy crystals anymore, but I bought this bad boy in Mount Shasta for $2, you guys. This thing is like half my size, bro. Like it's thick. Like this will knock someone out. Like this is a straight weapon. But this is like major crystal gangster energy that I totally need to ground in right now. But okay, the reason why I need to ground in, because see, the energies are coming in so strong that when it's intense, my eyes begin to water. And so I just have to breathe it through, because so much high energy is just coming through right now. And so this is huge. This is a huge download that I want you guys to see here. I'm going to just pew, 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 pew. All right. Pew, pew. Okay. Global meditation determines strength of solar flashes. If you look down here, it says sun charges up to release flashes. Sun charges up to release flashes. Okay, solar flashes, the global meditation. The global meditation, all of humanity coming together. Remember, redistribution is contribution. We all need to contribute, no matter how high rise you are or how low rise you are. We all need to contribute. The global meditation is extremely, extremely important for all of humanity and for this optimal timeline reality to occur, okay? Global meditation determines the strength of solar flashes. And what the heck are we going through right now, you guys? That great solar flash, this mass ascension that is happening. It's literally happening as we speak, you guys, okay? So one thing that I really wanted to touch base on, which is like right here at the end, the right-hand corner, maintaining, and this is in the division of maintaining your meditation practice. Let's zoom in on it, because I know y'all can't see that. But again, download that PDF. All right. Earth disasters increase or decrease in frequency. The collective consciousness Meditative state of mind determines positive or negative timelines. Be loving and peaceful. Literally, you guys all make fun of the yogis, with the raps and the meditating and like the only eat vegan food or only drink water, that don't talk. You guys make fun of that, but it truly is going back to the simplicity of being loving and peaceful to one another. But it begins, again, at the core. It begins at the first self. So it begins with loving yourself, being peaceful with yourself. But we have been taught to do the complete opposite. The complete opposite. And so I want to go ahead and give a little bit of a backstory to this right here. This earth disasters increase or decrease in frequency, because that has a lot to do with why I came to Montana. That has a lot to do with why I left California. So really interesting, just a side note about me. 2018, okay? 2018, when this all began right here, this Great Awakening stuff started to begin. I was in Mount Shasta for the first time, you guys. The first time I was in Mount Shasta, she came and talked to me. And this was the first time that Mama Gaia, Mother Planet, Planet Earth, a sentient being, an actual planet location, spoke to me. And here's the thing is, when you have the communication of intelligence, you can speak to other planet locations. You can speak to other entities and to other higher realms, to other guides, like spiritual guides and stuff. But Mother Earth, in the form of Mother Shasta, came to me and was telling me that there's going to be some disaster that's going to be happening, okay? She would not disclose when. She would not disclose specifically. But she told me, this is something that you need to know. So, all right, she planted a seed in my head. The whole year of 2019 goes down, and it finally, that voice, Mama Shasta, got louder and louder until she started to almost yell at me. Not yell, but she got real stern. And she had her last conversation with me, and she said, this is the last time I'm going to tell you, okay? You can know about a physical shift that's going to be occurring, and you can be a part of it. You can know about it and be a part of it, or you can know about it and get out. You can extract yourself from a location, you can get out. But remember, you live in a planet, in a realm of free will. So with this knowledge, with this intelligence, with this information that's coming to me from higher realm, from higher dimensions, specifically from Mother Earth, she gave me a choice. She gave me awareness to my choice, to my free will. And I was like, no fucking shit. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Definitely. And then boom, coronavirus hit. But remember, that's just the first wave. All right. Coronavirus is just the first wave. So this is another confirmation for me in my reality. Earth disasters increase or decrease in frequency. And it doesn't matter where you're at. I'm not saying, I'm so safe in Montana, nothing's going to happen here. But I know that so much physical density is going to arise to the surface of California and to the West Coast. And I am not a part of that. Like, I just knew. So I was just like, no. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will say this. Downloads came through and confirmation signals are on, specifically stating Shasta is safe. All right. Everything is safe, essentially. Safe is just a figurative term. But Mount Shasta will be protected, is what I'm saying. But so much, a lot of transformation within America, within all over the planet is going to be occurring. But it's extremely important for the collective consciousness to be in a state of mind of positive energy. Collective consciousness is truly the consciousness of all of us, one on planet Earth. Like, if you just like zoom out and zoom out and zoom out and zoom out your perspective and your awareness, and you go zoom, 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 and you're out this planet and you see the planet and then all those 7 billion species, that's collective consciousness. And by me over here planting seeds with you guys, it's really now your turn to go ahead and plant seeds for others, right? Super, super important. Hi, Dina. Hello. I have 2 small selenite crystals. Got them in my hands now. Yes. Ooh, breathe through them, Mike. Yes, for sure. Just release anything, any physical density that's still stored in the body. Allow it to arise, allow it to come to the surface, and through the selenite. See, I allowed it to come to the surface and I burped it, but through the selenite, let it just be released and allow for the energy to be clear and open for the light codes to come through, especially when this blast hits, in like less than 2 hours. Super, super fun. R.O., what does she look like? Oh, are you talking about Mother Earth? Are you talking about what she looked like? Because when she came to me, she spoke to me. So her voice and grid patterns came to me, but in a very grand presence. Something like never before, like a very nurturing presence, like a motherly feeling that I never had on this planet before, but just a very grand tone and just like a few sentences. But like when in the movies, right? When people die or okay, for instance, Black Panther, and he goes up into the ancestral plane and he talks to his dad and he gets that light, just a little bit of time to talk. That's literally what Mother Earth, it was talking to her. And so, but see, things like that are gifts. You got to take these as gifts. You have to get through your belief mind systems and allow you to believe it in your heart, God, Jesus will not ever show himself to you until you get into that belief system of God and Jesus, and then after that step of belief, it goes the step of discernment and then the step of surrender. Okay, we always have to use the discernment. Our ego is our discernment. It allows us to say, oh, yes, that information is true. Oh, no, that information is not true. Because there's so much that we can absorb, but it's up to us if we want to absorb light or if we want to absorb dark. Right? And so when we get to that next step of discernment, then becomes surrender. Is surrendering to the universe. But when you surrender, that means you have communication with her. That means you have communication with the universe. That means that now you're allowing the universe to provide as you provide for yourself, right? So really, really, really cool stuff here. And so let's dissect this a little bit further. Let's go up a notch. So we're here at this 2030. Okay. So we're looking a little bit now into the future. We're talking about right now and just a little bit into the future. So this is really important. All right. That we talk about this section. We're literally in the time, y'all. We are in the time of the world peace transitioning. If you can see, let's look down here. From 2018, the 2020 mark, we were in suffering. And now as we're going up, we're ascending to this 2020, 2021. We are in this phase of world peace. It's literally have been written. This is a map for you to dissect on your own, you guys. We're going through world peace. We are shifting to 5D consciousness, okay? Side note here, not a side note, but really important to understand. Okay, planet Earth has already evolved into her 5D planetary grid. It is important now for humanity to get into this 5D consciousness, the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness, again, is us of all. Okay, we are shifting to the 5D, the mass ascension. And so as we shift to the 5D, this mass ascension occurs. But before ascension is awakening, we have process. Everything is in chronological order, past, present, and future. It's about understanding your past, present, and future. And so all I'm trying to do is give you a better understanding of that. But so this mass ascension, right? We need to awaken. It starts with the great awakening first before we get to this mass ascension. But, okay, we are in this great awakening now, right? We're in this great awakening, but we want to get to this mass ascension. But how do we get there? We have this bridge. It is up to the collective consciousness to raise the frequency of others, of the community. Begin to think about the Fibonacci sequence, how it begins at 1, okay? And then you spiral, and then it expands, and then it expands, and then it expands, right? So it is up to the light workers, the starseeds, the ones who have been doing this work, my soul family out there. It is time for us to go ahead and speak our message, plant the seeds, so when the seeds can grow, That's when ascension occurs, is after the awakening. But the awakening, you have to plant the seeds. The awakening is when you plant the seeds and then it begins to sprout. But then the ascension is what begins to grow and thrive. And then when we have a planet that's growing and thriving, which is literally, you guys, because of this great solar flash, the space-time, continuum that we're on is quantum. And you will not believe the amount of technological advances that's going to be occurring on our planet within just this year alone. All right. So lots of really, really, really cool, potent, powerful things happening. But don't think that all of this is unicorn poop and light and love and shits and giggles, because it's all about understanding we came from the dark. It was all dark. But now it's understanding that it is now all light. We're just all getting it all at once right now. It's like, whoa, past, present, future, all at once. But it's okay, because, we're going to have to wake up. Somehow it's not nice and pretty. But when you wake up in the morning, it's never fucking with ease and grace for me. It's always groggy and like, bleh. I need my coffee. I need some water. I need to breathe. It's like, oh, I'm getting back to this dimension. And so the awakening is not easy, you guys. But remember, you warriors, you light warriors out there, there's a reason why you awaken first, is to go ahead and plant those seeds. We're coming into a time of compassion. Literally, this 2020, 2030, the decade is a time of compassion that's coming, and universal knowledge. And that's what this is, you guys. Mystery schools, these teachings, there's so many mystery schools that are popping up right now, like hotcakes, okay? That's universal knowledge. And here's the thing. This is divine algorithm. Okay, things will not thrive. Knowledge will not thrive. Truth will not thrive in divine algorithm if it is not pure truth. So you have to think about all these starseed and light workers that are popping up, that are coming online, that are expanding. That means that this is truth occurring, and it's time to bring the community together. And so when universal knowledge comes through, you guys listening, you guys over here listening, ascension symptoms are going to occur mad, like you'll be crying, you'll be pooping, you'll be nauseated, like all of the above. So it's really important to just chill, drink lots of water, like what I'm about to do right now. Woo. Okay, just checking out these comments over here. But getting some water. I'm charged. I'm crystal recharged, water charged. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm really going to just lay it all out, I think, on my part 3. There's only going to be 3 parts. I'm going to only do 3 parts to this. Okay. But I'm wrapping up my part 2 now. But I just want everyone to know, everyone watching, okay, ascension symptoms are going to come hard. Third eye opening is going to be a blast of frequency, like nothing you've ever seen before, okay? It's going to be an end time of madness, but polarity extreme, okay? For people, the light worker starseeds who've been doing the work, who've been awakening and ascending, the end time of madness is truly here. But the collective is still imbalanced, so there's going to be so many polarity extremes, all right? So many polarity extremes. That's why so many people cannot resonate with me right now. But later in their timeline, when they have been going through awakening and their ascension, they'll resonate a little bit more with the information that I'm saying, right? So be prepared for the third eye opening. And remember, when you open, it will never go back to sleep. How fun and awesome is that? It's immortality, you guys. Super fun. You move towards oneness. It's always onward and upward from here. Okay. Whew, that was so powerful. And on my part 3, I'm going to go ahead and disclose that and disclose the last part of this great solar flash. Okay. It is going to be potent, you guys. It has already been potent. And it's going to be even more potent, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and look at these comments here. R.O., what is up? Yes, synchronicity. Synchronicity like fire, okay? The more that you get in tune with truth, the more that you become more in tune with light, the more that you resonate with this, the more that synchronicity will occur. Yes? The more that your awakening will begin to really come online. That is really, really the funnest and coolest thing to me. And so, you guys, it's been an hour and 29 minutes here on my end. And my energy is really telling me, I need to go ahead and be private with myself. Let everything integrate from what I've just broadcasted in live stream. And here's the thing, you guys. When you do these live streams and you broadcast, you are being of service to the person that needs this. Remember, your linear mind doesn't understand divine algorithm. Divine algorithm is what's been taking place and will continue to take place with this great solar flash. Okay. So one last thing before I go. Really fun, cool stuff happening on the great solar flash. I'm just going to go with the flow. Let God just do whatever. Let me do whatever I need to do. But I have one super cool live I want to do with you guys. And I've committed to this. And I'm going to go live for you guys tomorrow on the 12/21 later on tomorrow night. And I'm going to be interviewing someone very special. It is a soul sister of mine. Her name is Kala. She moved here. She's originally from Alabama, but she came to Montana because guess what? Her mission is similar. And she is a soul sister of mine who has come to the same location, just as me, to fulfill the mission with me. So this is going to be powerful, you guys, because you know why this is powerful? Is because there's so many starseed and light workers and even people in soul tribes and communities. But have you ever met starseed and light workers who have been called to a location and is creating light, creating and fulfilling the mission in the specific area where we've all been told we need to go? And this is going to be powerful. This is going to be potent because this is going to be huge for light workers and starseeds to go ahead and want to activate the light even more, to go ahead and gravitate toward your soul family. Know that the veils are so thin and instant manifestation can occur. Okay, we have to get into that God frequency. We are not just human vibration. We are God frequency. Very important. Thank you guys so much. I love you, Tina. Love you so much, Dina. Love you, Galactica, so much. And you guys catch me tomorrow night live interviewing Kala. And I'm telling you, I don't want to spill the beans, but this is a really, really, really powerful soul. And I've met a lot of people. And I'm a very powerful soul myself. But the experiences that she has had since childhood when it comes to spirituality, you guys don't want to miss this. You don't at all. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to go and click that notification bell for when I go live, because I like to do these pop-ups, That's when it's most potent, is when it's popped up. So please share with whoever needs to hear this. This may be a little bit high rise, but for the information that needs to come through, it's the divine algorithm. The divine algorithm always takes place. So I love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow and have a good night. Bye, everyone.